Hey guys, welcome to the final part of Pikmin. It's time to go to that final trial.
It's the final trial.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Where's the ship part?
Today's DMCA hit me. Oh damn it, not again.
It's a cover.
Your VOD is now muted, and you're in a lawsuit. Oh no.
Aw, man.
Not again.
Need to get my blue friends over here.
Gonna need half of you to work on this bridge, and the other half to work on the other bridge. Preferably not under it, because you will die.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad move.
But that's the fun part.
More death.
Wait, we say that, and one actually did get crushed. I don't know how he got trapped, but he just under the bridge. And then the one just fell through the floor. Good game.
Oh yeah, what just happened there? Wait a minute. Where did he go?
Hecascuriosme?
I have to go now. Hell needs me. You guys gonna find bomb rocks today, or...?
It's only day 11. They've got 19 days left.
We'll find them eventually. They're right in front of you guys. How do you not see the bomb?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Door stuck.
Instructions unclear. Got hand jammed in pipe.
While yellow Pikmin have good ears, they do not in fact have good eyes.
Well, that's pretty much all we need the blues for, so you guys can go away for the rest of this day. Pretty much all their uses here. Now we're gonna take out about 15 yellows, because they're on bomb duty. Then everyone else is red.
It's like, I'm tired of all you Smurfs. The Simpsons are my best friends.
What we call the red guys.
What are
More red guys.
I mean,
I'm trying to think really hard, and the only things I can think of is the episode of Steven Universe with like the 5 rubies all in the same place.
I haven't actually watched that show.
It's
So
a fun show.
So fun. There's more singing in that than our playthroughs.
That's saying something.
Yeah, really. So, normally you're supposed to take reds through that whole fire geyser section, and then go from there to push them around the corner to move this box, but you can just throw yellows over the edge, which is somewhat easier to do than the required thing.
I feel like that is just the quote of this playthrough. Now, normally.
And that's the thing with Pikmin, you can kind of do whatever you want, as long as it's feasible. Trying to navigate these guys is a little bit of a headache, though.
Doable.
That's why I kind of just use the dismiss command, because if they're close enough to the box, they just home it on it.
I'm good on them though. Like, I admittedly don't have enough trust in myself manipulating the pointer that I would even think to do that because of the overall distance gap. So
Yeah, now you see, if this was the GameCube version, I would not be doing that, because the pointer control is a little more stiff.
I love the yellow Pikmin going, "Woo, woo," when they pick up the ball around.
That's probably them thinking like, oh my god, this is actually a bomb. Ah!
Yeah, realizing as soon as they pick it up, what have I done?
oh, that explains everything. Link was a yellow Pikmin all this time. It's been 20 years. Ha! Snap! Bomb rocks.
And the red Pikmin are Mario.
Mm-hmm.
What do we call the blue Pikmins?
Sonic. Oh no, he can't swim.
I don't know about
He
Sonic,
can't.
because Sonic doesn't like water.
Yeah. yeah, Sonic who drowns in Labyrinth Zone. That's perfectly the analogy works like no.
Oh, mm,
Yeah, so this is our final boss of Pikmin, the Emperor Bulblex. This guy, he pretty big, so you can kind of imagine his gimmick. He's gonna crush Pikmin a lot. You can only stun him with bombs, and once you do that, just wail on him with your Pikmin. There are two ways you want to stun him. The preferred one is for him to, like, swallow the bomb rock and not your Pikmin. But if he slaps himself with his tongue, he's stung for longer, which is what you want. Just throw one Pikmin at a time. Don't come in here with a whole swarm. They will die.
So it's effectively Dodongo mixed with a Bulbul.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what Bulblax is. Fun fact about this guy, he's the final boss in Pikmin 1, standard enemy in Pikmin 2. Gets downgraded.
Of course.
To be fair, they like to do that a lot. A lot of Pikmin 1 area bosses and, again, final boss end up getting relegated in place of more challenging enemies later on.
Yeah, that's true.
You compare him to something like the Water Wraith, it makes sense.
I mean, it's more common in Pikmin 2 a lot of that stuff happens, because there could be a boss in that game that gets downgraded later to just a standard enemy later on. Now, since he's down past the halfway mark, he can do a new attack now. He can jump up into the sky and then crush your Pikmin with his body. And that one obviously real scary, so be careful, be on the lookout for that. This is the attack in question.
Yep.
He's very quick. I don't understand why sometimes when you throw yellow, they just stand there with the rock and wait to die.
So just like, you want me to do what now?
Oh, throw the bomb. I thought you meant sit there with the bomb.
Like, have you seen this guy?
Like, you do realize the safer thing is to throw and run, right?
We lost another friend.
I feel like the first two bombs were thrown and then the rest they've just gone, so now I stand here, right? No, no. At what point did I say just stand here?
And only, what,
Also,
8 were lost
arguably-
that day?
Oh yeah, because he just burrows a... Ah!
Yeah, he doesn't leave a quartz behind. He's another one of those enemies that drop pellets. So we didn't leave the planet just to get our money. Olimar brought his piggy bank with him for some reason. I don't know why, because I thought this was a standard business trip, but he brought it safe.
Dude, you gotta get, you know, gifts for people, so he had to bring his money. Those souvenirs are what makes the trip.
Olimar's that guy who sleeps with his money under the mattress.
He doesn't
Do you-
trust banks.
You know what they say? The mission's a wash if you ain't got the dosh. Ba-dum-bum-pa-tish. I know, I'm here all week. That doesn't necessarily make the pun forgivable, but I'm here all week.
Now imagine if you did this whole area, you get the piggy bank, but then your total number of Pikmin is less than 40. You would have to leave the area and come back just to carry your part back to the ship.
That'd be
yeah.
horrible.
I can't remember if you leave this area and come back if Emperor Bulblax technically respawns or not, if the part stays, because I've never done that.
If you take the pellets back with the right colors, you'd probably be able to bump up the totals high enough.
As long as you have enough to carry the pellets, yes. Because that's why they drop so many of these, is to make sure you can carry that thing back. Because it needs 40 Pikmin, which is a lot of Pikmin.
So like, I'm trying to mentally do the maths, and if you only had 5 of each color at that point, and managed to add it up that you put each the 5s of each on the colors they're respective to, you could probably bump up the numbers to 40 pretty quickly. Granted, then you'd still have to trek back with the piggy bank, but it'd be down to the wire, I think.
Yeah. That's the good reason why they drop the pellets, is to kind of balance it out, but it can still be a little nerve-wracking. It's a good failsafe, at least.
How much money does Olimar have if you require 40 Pikmin to pick up?
Yeah, good question. I wonder what happens to his money, because at the end of this game, he doesn't leave until he gets his piggy bank. But at the start of Pikmin 2, his ship gets repossessed to pay off a debt that his company has, which includes his piggy bank. So I guess his money now is just part of the debt. And the worst part is it doesn't even pay much of the debt off. Like a couple bucks.
It's a very convoluted way of organizing your funds, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, Hokate Freight is kind of bad about their funding.
Some salesperson was probably just like, this is the best piggy bank on the market. And he's like, I gotta have it. It'll match everything in my ship. Gotta have it.
The tricky part next is convincing HR that it's okay.
Oh no, there you go.
Are they carrying you?
Yeah. If you lay down, the Pikmin will carry you back to an onion. This is all it does. You hit your head, and then fireworks shoot out of the onion.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
As opposed to the other ending.
It's completely useless to do that in this game, but in Pikmin 2, that's actually a good strategy, because you have 2 captains in that game. So if one captain isn't doing anything, and you want him at the base, lay him down, let the Pikmin carry him back. In this game, you're just doing it for fireworks, that's it.
I feel like even though it's in red, ship part should be in, like, quotation marks.
Yeah, how does that fly the ship? It's just money.
Engine! 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 Piggy bank.
I mean, he seems happy about it.
He's like, I finally got my cash back.
Unfortunately, though, it only had 1%, so it was like 5 cents on the dollar. Wasn't much. It's also bad math, because that's how Olimar works.
Pikmin are now cats.
I do like the nice charm of they all do the wave. In perfect sync.
They're like, bye.
I hope we see him again one day, maybe with an idiot partner. For now, let's just go ahead and murder this Bulborb.
You keep coming back. Wah!
So this is kind of imply that the Pikmin learned something traveling with Olimar, so now they can defend themselves.
Now they can rule the lands.
Screw you, food chain.
I learned the value of evolution.
Oh man, look at all those different colored onions. We got light blue doesn't exist, orange doesn't exist, green doesn't exist. Some of those do though, like pink. And then black would, because rock Pikmin.
Black will, yeah.
And then the pink for wings. But then the other half are just kind of made up and never actually amount to anything at this time.
Oh, it's so sad. We could have had orange Pikmin.
I wonder what that kind of Pikmin type would do. Orange Pikmin, the one that have citrus flavor, which means they're more sweet to the enemies and they die more frequently.
What if they were sticky Pikmin? They cause stickiness.
Ooh, stickiness.
Yeah, Soupy and Snitchbugs grab it and like, alright, well, this is GG, because I can't let go of the Pikmin.
They're stuck to the ground. Ah!
What if they made like webs? Like
They explode.
Well, you say that, but like white Pikmin kind of have that specialty, because when they're eaten, they give off poison. This is our final actual totals. 970 Pikmin grown and only 94 lost. This is the best run I've ever had of Pikmin. All in 11 days.
Nice.
you lost less Pikmin than that reward you got from the Smoky Brock.
Yeah, that's why you don't do the Smoky Brock. So yeah, that's Pikmin. And that's the Earth. Very barren.
Can't be that barren. There's words all over it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh no, the Earth is now owned by the Wii. I knew it was gonna happen one day.
Oh no!
You just walk outside and you just see text scrolling across your lawn, and you're like, "What in the actual heck is going on?"
It's like, did someone project from the moon again?
Like, you look up and then this projector keeps, like, as you see the letter G go past you, you're blind for 3 seconds, and you're like, oh, don't look up, and then you just see it keep going. I'm like,
Yeah, you just look down the grass like, what is this Eric Bush name doing on my front lawn?
I mean, granted, based on the size, it'd be like primarily the middle of the U, and it would be covering the entire. It would probably either set it on fire or just make things really warm, and everyone's just outside with a welding mask on. This is a weird analogy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was Pikmin. It's a very simplistic game, but also very complex too when you really boil it down. There's a lot that can go on in this game. It depends on your multitasking level for how good or bad of a time you can have in Pikmin. Also, these credits are based off the GameCube version, which is why the numbers look different, because in GameCube they only had blue and red as indicators for carrying stuff.
I like this game. I'm gonna play it eventually. It's always been a game I wanted to play when I got the GameCube, but I never got around to playing it because I just never picked it up.
Yeah, I was kind of the same for years. I kept on watching the Pikmin trailer on the Luigi's Mansion disc, and never really played it until the Wii version, years later.
It's kind of like that whenever I was younger. I always wanted to play Banjo-Kazooie, but I could never play it.
To be fair, the number of years I spent not having a copy of Crash 2 and then playing the demo over and over again, I can understand entirely.
So, now we're just gonna get an enemy roll call to wrap this up. You only get this for the good ending. So, here's what everything's called. Going in alphabetical order. Also, whoever recorded the gameplay for this really sucks at Pikmin, because every time they either get Pikmin killed or they get crushed and die. The only harmless one is probably the bread bug.
Wait, you can pick up an enemy and then kill it by putting it in the onion?
Well, the bread bug's the only one, because he attaches to things.
I'd say we count the deaths as part of like a demo reel as well. So like think your Kirby Superstar blooper reel kind of dealy.
It's kind of like that, yeah. Also, that's kind of what a Candy Pop Bud does, because we never showed it. You throw a Pikmin in there, and it changes it to the color of the flower. And it only takes up to 5 in a time. After 5, it'll disappear.
They're a little more important in Pikmin 2, though.
Yeah. Especially in the cave system, because that's the only way you're gonna make purple and white Pikmin, is with those flowers.
Full boards.
Why would you throw the Pikmin at the Bulborb when the dwarf Bulborbs are eating your squad?
Blue one freaking out. He's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh no, Olimar's an idiot. I'm dead.
Grub dog.
Oh yes, let's fight the fire enemy with the blue Pikmin. That's gonna go great.
Yep.
This guy really doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah, it's like they got their intern that's never even seen a copy of Pikmin before, handed him the controller and said, go. What's the jump button? Oh no, we're gonna have a problem, aren't we?
Yeah.
Also, this is a weird clip.
You're in the right area.
The Gulix is in a completely different area. He can always show up in the impact crater. So that could have even been a beta clip. Like, some of these clips are just like beta clips in general.
Honey Wisp. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, they were in, like, the Forza Hope, but that's pretty much it. We don't really see them in a lot of other areas. They do also appear in Forza Naval, too, but again, they're not as common. There's another enemy outside of the impact site, so why are you here? It shows they're gonna move these guys around. I wouldn't have mind the Mamuda in Distant Spring. Clam, on the other hand, I'm glad it's not here.
Called the Pearly Clamp.
Yeah, because it clamps you down.
Well, now is the other one called Spaceship Clamp then? Because he's got a space part on it?
Yeah, you know, that should be a distinction.
Yeah.
Oh man, poison. I should stand under it.
He's probably like,
Yeah,
man,
and
is
this
this
poison-
lavender?
It smells good.
Puffy blue hug.
Oh no.
Moments before death.
Yeah. This is just a clip reel of moments you could throw roundabout in right at the end.
This music's too cheery for all the death we're seeing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is supposed to, as it said, it's supposed to be like a different form of the Mamuta, so that thing grows up into a harmless, docile enemy that can give your Pikmin flowers. It's born as a killer.
Spotty Bulbul.
This is one of my favorite freeze frames in the whole game. It's so good.
Rah!
Pickpoggers.
Look how many Pikmin he's losing. What the fuck?
Hey, he probably ate like 20.
Oh my
Just
god.
like, water dumper. Seriously, what are you actually doing?
These little babies are harmless, but later they become mass murderers.
With janky hitboxes.
It's weird, the Wollywalks have jank hitboxes, but they somehow got worse on the yellow version. I don't know how. They found a way.
Speaking of,
Yeah, to demonstrate, let's walk right underneath it.
I'm gonna lose like 5 of them.
Yeah, but that's the last enemy in the game, so that's all of them.
The end.
Now it's the happy end. Because we're happy, we got our money back.
We're
E.
happy we watched a bunch
Now,
of people
at least
die.
at least until the sequel.
Yeah, and then we're depressed because our company's about ready to go bankrupt. A lot happened since we left.
And they took
And
all
we're
our
about ready-
money.
The sequel, and then the sequel, and then the spin-off.
And then we get to be a massive debt while also traversing very dangerous dungeons, which will make us cry.
Oh, beans.
So we'll return to Pikmin 2, but I may have a drinking problem by the end of it. Because, oh no, you need some liquid courage to get through that one. A lot of liquid courage.